So I'm Patrick from Frontrunner and I'm with Dmitriy today. I'm quite excited. We're sitting on the back of his tray back and we're going to have a bit of a chat about your build.
Absolutely.
Dmitriy, to start off with, can you tell me what sets Stellarbuilt apart from other similar companies?
Well, I mean, I think the name says itself. You know, we strive for perfection. You know, everything that we do, we try to shoot for the best as far as quality of work, the products that we use in the shop, you know, and the overall customer service experience. You know, we try to keep it stellar. So,
and here we are at Expo West, sitting on the back of a tray on the back of a vehicle. Is this sort of market growing in the US? I mean, this is big in Australia. Everyone has a tray back.
Well, absolutely. I mean, if you walk around the Expo, you say compared to like 5 or 10 years ago, you're going to see a lot of the style builds where it's the factory bed gets removed, a tray goes on, whether there's going to be a canopy, a camper, or whatever. I feel like this is a segment that's grown here in the US.
When a client comes to you with a new truck and they have a limited budget, but they want to build an extreme off-roader, what are the first elements they need to look at?
I mean, we like to tell people that we like to start ground up. So before you get carried away with like racks and lights and like all this jazz, like, you know, you got to start off with a good suspension system. So, you know, that's kind of where it starts, you know, and that's where you get, you know, depending on budgets, we can play with, you know, with the system.
So your truck we're sitting on now has been getting a lot of attention at this show, and it's just won an award. Why do you think that is?
Well, shoot, man, I had this truck for quite some time, and this truck has evolved for a number of years. I mean, it's been on 4 or 5 different tire sizes. It's been on snow tracks. So this is kind of like, I want to say it's final form, final stage. I mean, I don't know, who knows, maybe we'll do something else with it, but it's been built so many times that, you know, this is kind of like its final, you know, version of, you know, this is the best you can do, you know.
So we talked about the first thing you look at, ground up suspension. Tell us a bit about the suspension and setup on this truck.
Yeah, so the suspension on this is it's a Dometic MRR kit. So, you know, the whole style for this truck is kind of like to mimic an Australian ute. So Dometic, a classic Australian company. So, you know, we have the top of the line MRR kit on this truck. And
is this a pretty capable vehicle?
I mean, I want to say so. I mean, we just did a steel bender in Moab, and you know, we got to the point where like we were going to turn around because it was really gnarly. And you know what? The truck ran the entire trail, no winching, no problems. You know, it's got portal axles, it's got RCV axles, it's got good steering, like all the armor, all the protection. So it's pretty much ready for anything.
So we've established that it's ready for anything. It's pretty capable. Where are you going to next with this vehicle, Dmitry?
So our next big trip is probably going to be in the Rubicon. So we're living about an hour away. So that's kind of like our home trail. You know, we wheel it all the time. So the season's just starting. We still have a lot of snow, but in a couple of weeks we're going to be hitting the trail with the boys from Dometic Media. So that's going to be pretty epic because the trail is still very wet, still a lot of snow. So we'll kind of see how it does.
And it's good to see a lot of Frontrunner Dometic product on your truck. You see you've got one of our racks on your cab. How does the Frontrunner rack compare to some of the other racks you see at this event?
Well, I mean, you know, first and foremost, I think it looks great. You know, you come up to the truck, it's very clean lines. It's not obnoxious. You know, it serves its purpose. It has a lot of options for any accessory mounts, like the Starlink mount, the Max Tracks, the decking panel and all that. So, you know, it's easy to install. You know, it's somebody that can do it in their garage. You know, you can do it in your apartment complex. Like it's just, it puts together easy, it looks good, and I think it serves a good function.
Well, we've really enjoyed having your truck and you on our stand, and we hope this is the start of a sort of strong partnership going forward and lots more incredible
I'm
builds
excited.
like this.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Thanks for your time,
yeah,
buddy.
Thank
Cheers.
you.